Go ahead, Panda. Show us what you can do.
Are they gonna watch, or should I just wait until I get back to work or something?
Just hit it.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready to feel the thunder. Come out with crazy feet. What you gonna do about crazy feet? I'm a blur.
You never seen bear style.
Would you hit it? How's that?
Everybody was Kung Fu.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Those jets were fast as lightning.
Can I punch through walls? Can I do a quadruple backflip?
Focus.
Do I have invisibility?
Focus. That flabby panic is not the warrior.
You just need to believe.
Oh, that was awesome.
Let's go again.
All right, so we're doing something a little different today. We're going to use Kung Fu Panda to learn some English phrases. So, Kung Fu Panda, it's about Po.
Yeah. I love that movie.
He's the panda who ends up becoming like the dragon warrior.
Right.
So we're going to watch some scenes, and then we're going to talk about the language in them.
So we can really understand how to use them in our own lives.
Exactly.
That sounds fun.
Everybody was Kung Fu.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Those jets were fast as lightning.
So for our first scene, we're going to jump into Po's training.
Okay.
With Viper.
Yeah.
Remember how he was totally awkward and unprepared?
Yeah, totally. It's hilarious how much enthusiasm he has, but his skills are...
Yeah, he has a lot to learn.
Yeah.
So in this scene, Viper asks him, are you ready?
Right.
And instead of Po just saying yes, he's like, I'm born ready.
Oh, he's trying to be so cool.
Yeah.
But he's clearly in over his head. It's that kind of playful exaggeration, trying to project this confidence, even though he's totally nervous.
Yeah. And it's funny because he's saying, oh yeah, I've been training my whole life for this moment, but actually...
He has no idea what he's doing.
He just started.
Right.
But that's what makes it so relatable, right?
Yeah, I think we've all been there where we want to seem more confident than we actually are.
Like before giving a presentation or going on a date.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you could just say, I'm born ready.
Yeah, it just lightens the mood.
Right, it's like you're acknowledging you're nervous.
You're not letting it get to you.
Exactly. So next time you're facing a challenge, channel your inner Po and just say, I'm born ready.
You might surprise yourself.
Ow! Stop it. Stop it. Ow!
I know Master Shifu's trying to inspire me and all, but if I didn't know any better, I'd say he was trying to get rid of me.
I know he can seem kind of heartless, but he wasn't always like that.
According to legend, there was once a time when Master Shifu actually used to smile.
All right, so let's go to our next scene.
Okay.
This is where Po's feeling a little less confident.
Oh.
He's exhausted from all of Master Shifu's training.
Yeah.
And he's starting to doubt if he's really meant to be the dragon warrior.
Yeah. He's getting discouraged.
Yeah. And so in this scene, he's talking to Viper. And he says, but if I didn't know any better, I'd say he was trying to get rid of me. Ooh. That's a good one.
So what do you think about that?
Well, it seems like he's trying to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It's he's saying, this is what it looks like to me, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, he's not sure.
But he's also showing that he's feeling insecure.
Right.
When he says, get rid of me.
He feels rejected.
Exactly, he doesn't belong.
And I think we can all relate to that feeling, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When have you felt misunderstood?
Oh, so many times.
Or people were trying to exclude you?
Yeah, totally.
When you might think, if I didn't know any better, I'd say they were trying to get rid of me.
Exactly.
But in this case with Po, he's using it more figuratively.
Right.
He doesn't actually think that Shifu's trying to kick him out of training.
Yeah, he's just expressing his frustration.
Right.
It's important to pay attention to the context.
So how do you think you could use this phrase?
Well, imagine you're working on a project.
Yeah.
And your boss keeps giving you bad feedback.
And you might say to a coworker, if I didn't know any better, I'd think they were trying to get rid of me.
Or if you're planning a trip with friends.
Right.
And they're not including you in the decisions.
Yeah. And you could be if I didn't know any better, I'd think you guys were trying to ditch me.
Yeah. So it's a way to kind of express your concerns.
Right.
Without being too confrontational.
Exactly.
Shifu found him as a cub, and he raised him as a son. And when the boy showed talent in Kung Fu,
Shifu trained him. He believed in him. He told him he was destined for greatness. It was never enough for Tai Lung. He wanted the dragons.
All right, so for our third scene,
Okay.
we're going to talk about a phrase that speaks to this human desire for more.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Always wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
So this scene focuses on Tai Lung.
Okay.
He's Shifu's former student
Right.
who went bad.
Yeah.
And so Tigress is talking about him, and she says, it was never enough for Tai Lung.
It's so true.
What do you think about that phrase?
Well, it shows how dangerous ambition can be if you're always chasing after more.
And never satisfied?
Exactly.
And it's interesting how this connects to like bigger ideas.
Yeah.
Like in Buddhism,
Right.
desire is seen as the root of suffering.
Yeah. The more we want, the more we suffer.
And we can all relate to that,
Yeah,
right?
well, sure.
We all have desires and goals,
But when does it become too much?
right? When does ambition turn into greed?
Yeah. That's a good question.
And I think Kung Fu Panda really shows that
With Tai Lung, yeah.
with Tai Lung.
His downfall.
So how can we apply this phrase never enough to our own lives?
Well, think about like where you feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your job, your relationships, your stuff?
Are your desires motivating you, or are they making you unhappy?
It's a good thing to think about.
Yeah, it's a good reminder to check in with ourselves.
And make sure we're actually pursuing things that matter.
Exactly. And sometimes the key to happiness isn't getting more.
It's appreciating what we have.
And that's a really powerful lesson, I think.
From Kung Fu Panda, yeah.
Shifu loved Tai Lung like he had never loved anyone before. Or since. And now, he has a chance to make things right.
Okay, so let's move on to our fourth scene.
Okay.
And this one's about making things right.
Oh, interesting.
So remember how Master Shifu starts to see Po's training as a chance to fix his past mistakes?
Oh, yeah, he wants to make up for what happened with Tai Lung.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so Tigress says to Po, he has a chance to make things right.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Yeah.
It's about taking responsibility for your actions.
And trying to fix the harm you've caused.
Right.
But it's not always easy to admit you messed up, right?
Yeah. It takes a lot of courage to own up to your mistakes.
But it's so important for growth and trust.
Exactly.
And making things right can look different in different situations.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just an apology.
Sometimes it's more than that.
Like, what are some examples?
Well, like if you hurt someone's feelings, you could apologize.
Yeah, or if you broke a promise.
Exactly.
You could try to rebuild the relationship.
Yeah, it's about making an effort to fix things.
And it can apply to work too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you made a mistake that affected your team.
You could own up to it and try to correct it.
Yeah.
And learn from it.
It's about having integrity and doing what's right, even when it's hard.
And now, he has a chance to make things right, to train the true Dragon Warrior. And he's stuck with you. A big, fat panda who treats it like a joke.
Okay, so for our last scene,
Okay.
we're going to look at a phrase that's a little bit more lighthearted.
Oh, fun.
It's about accepting a situation,
Okay.
even if it's not what you wanted. So remember when Tigress is talking about Shifu's commitment to training Po,
Oh, yeah.
even though he didn't choose him?
He's really dedicated.
And she says, he's stuck with you.
I love her dry humor.
Yeah,
It's like she's saying he has no choice but to make the best of it.
exactly. He's got to roll with it.
Yeah.
So stuck with can mean different things depending on how you say it. It can be annoying or playful or even sarcastic.
Like if you're assigned to work with someone you don't like,
Yeah.
you could say, well, I guess I'm stuck with them for this project.
Or if you're on a road trip with your family and you're getting a little stir crazy.
Yeah, you could be like, looks like I'm stuck with you guys for a few more hours.
Exactly. So it's a way to acknowledge the situation,
Right.
but maybe with a little humor. So there you have it.
5 scenes
5 scenes from Kung Fu Panda
and 5 great phrases.
that you can use in your own conversations.
Hopefully this helped you understand them a little better.
Yeah, and maybe you'll start noticing them in other movies and shows too.
That would be great.
So now I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
Next time you watch Kung Fu Panda, or any movie really,
Yeah.
pay attention to the language they use.
Okay.
See if you can find any interesting phrases.
That's a good idea.
It's a fun way to learn.
And keep expanding your vocabulary.
Exactly. Language is alive. The more you explore it,
Yeah.
the more you'll discover.
It's amazing.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Learn English with Sophie. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Chris. We're here to help you learn useful English phrases and how to use them in real life. Today, we've got 6 awesome phrases for you.
That's right. We'll explain each phrase, give you examples, and even let you practice saying them with us. Let's get started. Our first phrase is born ready. Repeat after me. Born ready. It's a fun and confident way of saying, I'm totally prepared for this, even if you're feeling a bit nervous. It's a playful way to boost your own confidence. For example, if someone asks, are you ready for the test? You can say, I'm born ready.
Our second phrase is know any better. Repeat after me. Know any better. This means you lack the knowledge or experience to fully understand a situation. It's often used when you're making a guess or assumption about something. Here's an example. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were avoiding me.
Next, we have get rid of. Repeat after me. Get rid of. This means to remove or eliminate something, or sometimes even someone, you don't want around anymore. For example, I need to get rid of these old clothes. Or in a fun context, are you trying to get rid of me?
Our fourth phrase is never enough. Repeat after me. Never enough. This is used to describe someone or something that's never satisfied, no matter how much they get. For example, no matter how many compliments he gets, it's never enough.
Now let's talk about make things right. Repeat after me. Make things right. This phrase means to fix a mistake or correct a bad situation. For example, I hurt my friend's feelings, so I want to make things right.
Our last phrase is stuck with you. Repeat after me. Stuck with you. This means you don't have a choice but to deal with someone or something, even if it's not ideal. For example, I wanted a new partner, but I guess I'm stuck with you.
Great job, everyone. Try to use at least one of these phrases in your conversations this week.
And remember, practice makes perfect. Thanks for listening to Learn English with Sophie.
See you next time. Bye. This is the end of today's episode, but remember, learning English doesn't stop here. There's so much more to explore, so make sure to check out our other episodes to keep your English journey going. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay updated with our latest lessons. Keep practicing, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode. Happy learning!